What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from The Quartering, and breaking news. The leaker of The Last of Us 2 from Naughty Dog, a PlayStation exclusive, has been identified, and it's not who we thought it was. However, there are a growing amount of people that don't believe what Sony is saying, and we're going to get into that. Also, updates on a new wave of copyright takedowns, not only by Naughty Dog, but some other third party that seems to be acting as Naughty Dog to also try and claim revenue off of people. And things continue to spiral as Sony's stock plummets today on top of all of that. Before we get into all of that, huge shout out to this video sponsor, Displate. Now, I started getting in a brand new order of a wide variety of new displays, including a bunch of super special Star Wars ones, which I will only be able to show you in a couple of weeks. But in the meantime, displays are high quality prints on metal that come easily mountable via magnets, movable. You can put them together, you can create your own collages. And let's be honest, all of us are sitting inside right now staring at some walls that could be less boring. Displate has offered, if you use my link in the description and pinned comment below, you will get a super special 30% off now till the 4th of May. So if you want to spruce up your walls and support somebody who also supports this channel, pick up your displays using my link in the pinned comment below and save a ton of money. Hope you enjoyed your new displays. Now, I appreciate you letting me do a sponsor in this video. It's hard out there right now. Not a lot of sponsors are sticking around, but Displate has stuck by me, and they've also given a huge discount to you. So if you want to support the channel, you can do so by picking up some sweet wall art. Now, I talked about what's going on with the strikes. Let's talk about that first. I talked about this morning about how Naughty Dog had been repeatedly issuing strikes, manual strikes, in order to suppress people covering the leak. Obviously, I believe that this is a major tactical error. You should have just accepted your fate. Trying to cover it up only makes it more funny. Heck, you can't even go on Twitch without seeing people just spamming the leaks. There's an article I cover later today on Assassin's Creed Valhalla that somebody whines about how during the reveal stream, people are spamming the spoilers in the Twitch chat. Now, I don't like spoiling things for people. That's why I haven't covered the exact spoilers, because I know no matter who's watching this, there's going to be people who play video games that watch my channel or that have come across my channel and all this and genuinely don't want to be spoiled. And I know that there are a lot of new people watching these videos from the video game community. I hope that you'll give the channel a subscribe. I cover video games, pop culture, movies, technology, everything basically going on in the world today outside of just simply politics. Now, there's been some updated information. PSA, there are some shady people trying to take advantage of creators who are getting copyright strikes and claims and strikes off Naughty Dog discussions. Do not entertain these scam artists. You could see like Strike Resolver looks fishy. They claim to assist 25 channels with 25 million subs. There's all sorts of companies reaching out directly. These companies, Strike Resolver, they're trying to get on people who are complaining about it publicly. They're trying to feed on these people getting strikes. Again, do not pay these people any money. They cannot help you. All they can do is what we do, and that's to dispute said claims. On top of that, there appear to be shell companies I'm hearing rumors of out there that are doing a lot of the striking, so just be careful. Now, who owns Naughty Dog? Well, Sony owns Naughty Dog. Sony also owns PlayStation and a lot of other things. They're headquartered in Tokyo, Japan. And I wondered, what would be the effect of the leaks? Now, their stock is more diverse, I think, than just Naughty Dog. If this were to be, say, I don't know, 2K Games, which owns, let's say, Borderlands, the Borderlands franchise, Gearbox, we'd probably see a more direct. Or let's say this happened to Call of Duty, which is owned by Activision, we would probably see a more direct drop. But if we look at the height of the drop here on Thursday, yesterday, leak had started to come. I don't think that, you know, if the leak started, let's say Wednesday, We saw a drop Wednesday. It peaked up against late Thursday at the end of the day. And then today it has completely plummeted. Now it's kind of worked itself back a little bit more, but I expect more sell-off before 5 o'clock. This is absolutely a multi-million-dollar loss for Sony because of these leaks. Not only because the game is bad and people are looking at the leaks and saying, I don't want it, but the way they're reacting, the way they're striking down videos, the way they're antagonizing their customers, the way Neil Druckmann is posting passive-aggressive stuff on his Instagram, it's turning off a lot of people that were kind of in the middle. I just read my own comment section. There's a lot of people saying, you know, I was on the fence about this game. I didn't really care about the leaks, but all this shady stuff striking down YouTubers and, having Neil Druckmann, passive aggressively go at fans who don't like the leaks. There are a lot of people that don't like essentially the extraordinarily woke nature of the story. I think that we've seen in Neil Druckmann interviews that he's very concerned with what Anita Sarkeesian says. I've covered this in previous Naughty Dog videos where he interviewed with her. He loved her Feminist Frequency video series. She worked with or consulted on this game, I believe. So there's obviously an influence there. And on top of that, the hilarious part is the people that they're pandering to with this, which is a lot of like kind of that woke game journalists that overly exaggerate, overly react to anything like featuring a woman lead all of a sudden is stunning and brave. And if it's a man lead, then it's problematic. They probably thought they were going to get a ton of great press from them. Turns out they don't like it either. Not because they don't like the representation, but they hate the story. It's a disaster. But now, as of just a few hours ago, The Last of Us 2 leaker has been caught, and it's not a disgruntled Naughty Dog employee. Sony can't say who it is due to impending investigations. Sony has identified the people, yes people, so it's multiple people, responsive for the massive Last of Us 2 leaks, and it's not the rumored Naughty Dog employee, according to a report from Polygon. SIE has identified the primary individuals responsible for the unauthorized release of the Last of Us 2 assets. You're talking about a lawsuit that is in the many millions of dollars. These people might actually also get jail time. I don't know where they're located or anything like that, but interestingly enough, we are unable to comment further. As Games Radar previously reported, a ton of information about The Last of Us 2 leaked in April, including cutscenes, a complete list of levels, and spoilers for the entire plot. Since the leaked footage appeared to be from the internal build, Naughty Dog had previously called out for some serious crunch. They had been called out for crunch. Rumors swirled that it was a disgruntled former employee. Now it's clear that that isn't the case, and it seems more like one person was involved based on Sony's statement, which refers to the guilty party as individuals. I'm sorry, more than one. It's not clear whether we'll ever find out who these people are, or if they've seemed to have gotten their hands on what looks like an internal Naughty Dog build, or how they got it. There's no word yet on what sort of legal ramification these, quote, individuals will face, but considering there's now an army of jerks spamming Twitch chats and live streams with The Last of Us 2 spoilers, I sincerely hope justice is served piping hot. I don't really care. I'm not sure. Like, here's one take on it for you, and you could tell me in the comments section down below. Because I wasn't somebody who pre-ordered The Last of Us 2. I wasn't very interested in the game. So when the leaks came out, it wasn't like I went from a customer to a non-customer. I don't know how many people say pre-ordered the game and canceled their pre-orders. Are those people out there? If you're watching this video and you thought, oh, after I saw these leaks, I canceled my pre-order. Okay, that would be interesting information to know. How many people were on the fence about this game? We're going to pick it up on launch, saw the story, and decided, nope, I'm out. I feel like it's absolutely reasonable to believe these people exist, but what are the numbers? You know, are we talking about losing tens of thousands of sales, which is millions of dollars in sales? Possibly. And would you get any retribution for that? No, I don't think you will. In the past, video game leaks have been subject to the fullest extent of the law, like Epic suing several testers who leaked Fortnite Chapter 2, and Nintendo sending subpoenas to whoever leaked images of Pokemon Sword and Shield before release. Now, there is some thought, though. There is some thought that this isn't true. So, Momology tweeted out, the amount of people believing this article, yikes. As if Sony would admit a disgruntled employee leaked the game. Of course you won't, you morons, because it would look so bad. Remember when Sony got hacked but pretended they were fine for days before admitting they got hacked? By the way, Momology makes great videos, bite-sized versions of a lot of the topics that I cover, so good channel to be subscribed to. I understand. I understand why people might think. You see Hero High saying, smells like damage control or playing semantics. Even if the leaker wasn't affiliated, they got the information somehow. All this does is raise the question now if more people are involved. Perhaps a disgruntled employee gave the information to, quote, not affiliated leaker. Why wouldn't they want to admit it was their own employee? Well, I think it's simple. First of all, it would be embarrassing from a data security standpoint, but it would also lend significantly more credence to the story about crunch affecting the staff negatively, and that leading to these leaks, because there absolutely was a narrative of the staff was so angry. There's also the story going around that the developer went and asked for an advance on their bonus because famously video game developers are underpaid, but they work under the assumption that they're going to get a gigantic bonus once the game releases. This is exactly how Gearbox does it with Borderlands 3. Most of the time, some of the times, these bonuses are bigger than their annual salary. So the story was someone went, asked for an advance, they told them no, but also that the rumor was that higher-ups at the company, like Neil Druckmann, got advances on their bonuses. Now, that's not been substantiated, but there is a lot of information coming out in relation to a disgruntled former employee, regardless of whether or not it was technically a former employee. Obviously, somebody inside the building leaked it. Somebody they were affiliated with leaked it. What their motivations were, we can only speculate for now. I think it would be interesting to hear some validation there. I'd be curious to see what they had hoped to accomplish. Maybe just thought it was for the memes, which, sure. But nonetheless, I'll continue to cover this story as it breaks. Please make sure that you're subscribed and you click that bell for notifications. I hope you enjoyed this video. We'll talk to you again real soon.